wondered why Erling Haaland scores a hat-trick instead of just 3 goals? Why Darwin Núñez is said to have missed a sitter rather than just missing a really easy shot? Or why on earth defenders are said to park the bus? Let's break down some of our favourite football clichés. First, let's talk hat-tricks. The term comes from cricket back in the 1800s. Any bowler who managed to get 3 successive wickets used to be rewarded with a hat from their club. Next up, if you see a skillful tackle, an athletic save or a 40-yard screamer, you might say these things are out the top drawer. That's because back in Victorian times, if you had wealth, valuable stuff, you kept it in the top drawer of your dresser, so loaded families became known as top drawer. Remember the last time your team left you feeling as sick as a parrot? The image of the sick bird is thought to come from a classic British comedy moment, Monty Python's Dead Parrot sketch, but the phrase was first used in football by Liverpool defender Phil Thompson. He supposedly said it after Liverpool lost to Nottingham Forest in the 1978 League Cup final. Forest won thanks to a controversial penalty given away by a Thompson foul, even though it was actually outside the box. Poor guy said he felt sick as a parrot afterwards. Is there anything more embarrassing than a nutmeg in football? Weird name, but it's actually related to the trading of nutmeg, the spice. It was so expensive back in the day that corrupt exporters used to try and mix in a bit of wood in with the nutmeg to cut their costs. The term soon became slang. If you were nutmegged, it was because the person you were buying off had pulled a fast one on you. Jose Mourinho brought a lot of things to English football, and seems like one of those was the phrase "park the bus." He used it after his Chelsea side had been held to a goalless draw by Spurs in 2004. Tottenham had been extremely defensive, not trying to score, but making sure Chelsea couldn't either. Mourinho actually said, "They brought the bus and left the bus in front of the goal," as we say in my country. Finally, another phrase that actually comes from cricket. Footballers are said to have missed a sitter if they miss an easy chance. In the late 19th century, it was used in cricket to describe a moment when a fielder failed to take a catch which was so easy they should have been able to catch it sitting down. So there you have it, some of your favourite footballing clichés. And if you think this video is all over, well, it is now.
Good evening and welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, there. Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Alexander Isak? Anthony Gordon, you're missing with a liver beating and Cheryl Cole, Jason Tyndall in your body. Can you me at Jason Tyndall's tan? You're missing with a liver beating Brian Blessed, Matt Hancock, Ollie Klink, Alan Shearer. Can you me Alan Shearer? You're missing with a liver beating Steve Armisen, Peter the Newcastle fan, Nuki Brown Ale, Greggs. I beat the final boss. Can you beat the final boss? You're missing with a liver beating.
Oh, football is mental. Unbelievable stuff. Alexander Isak derby is finished. Liverpool coming away with all 3 points. What a game. Live on talkSPORT. Newcastle fans. Gordon, he let you down tonight. I can't believe you clapped him off the pitch. He's cost you 3 points. He was unbelievable. What's he doing? Most ridiculous red card ever. Stop clapping players off the pitch. Liverpool fans, what happened to you, by the way? Shocking in the second half. How do you come away with 3 points in the end? Unbelievable. Fair play, though. Liverpool, though, as well. Do you need Isak? Ekitike was different class, scores goals. I don't know if you need him. You need players elsewhere. Get calls in. Massive game. Unbelievable night. 03 717 22 33 44.
Back to Gravenberch, who's going to shoot from distance and into the corner of the net. It's a brilliant goal from Ryan Gravenberch.
Bruno in the team, Eva in the team. We'll have England's winger Anthony Gordon in the team.
Anthony Gordon has just gone wiring into Virgil van Dijk. Let's hear from Simon Hooper, who's going to announce his decision.
My final decision is red card for Newcastle United number 10.
Anthony Gordon has been sent off by Simon Hooper.
You don't have to send this to me. It's all paper nonsense. You haven't got a clue.
Comes back towards Ekitike. And he hits it low and hard off the inside of the post, and it's the perfect start for Liverpool at the beginning of the second half. A brilliant effort from Ekitike, who continues his fabulous scoring record in English football. Nala comes into the box. It's left Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager, has come up with a moment right at the end of a dramatic game at St James's Park, and he himself has written his name into folklore with a dramatic winner.
All I wanted to say, he scored so many goals.
Who stuck that together?
Nothing to do with us, that. That's harsh.
Terrible, mate.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
Wow, what a game.
Jay, insane game.
Back.
Insane game. Yeah, you couldn't take your eyes off it. Liverpool were terrible, by the way. Let's have it absolutely right. The best side lost. Anthony Gordon's the reason they got beat. It's not Liverpool's fault. But Liverpool shown what it's like to go on and win titles. Did the same last week, 2-0 up. Managed to go and win it 4-2. The same tonight. Liverpool got out of jail. Make no mistake about it tonight. Liverpool was second best. Newcastle, some players, Bruno does not deserve to be on the losing side.
Oh, he's
he was. In fact, there was a lots of Newcastle players that were outrageously good tonight. Yeah. But the truth is, Liverpool go home with the 3 points. It's not their fault. Anthony Gordon made a ridiculous decision.
Oh, what's he doing?
Ridiculous decision.
What is he doing?
And that's pretty much where the game, what swung the game. Because Newcastle, first 25, 30 minutes, mate, wow. They were blistering.
Yeah.
Blistering all over the pitch. Then they had to have a little rest. And when they had their little rest, Liverpool's first attack, it's a brilliant strike from Gravenberch. But even at that point, Jay, still felt that Newcastle were going to get something out of the game or get themselves back into it. And then rush of blood from Gordon. That is the reason they got beat tonight.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
A ridiculous tackle from him. He's run 30 yards sprinting and he's gone over the top of... It's a stupid tackle. I don't know what he's thinking. It is so stupid.
You haven't got a clue.
And you know what winds me up? Is when they start clapping him off the pitch. It's just cost you the game. And you're getting clapped off the pitch half hour in, 40 minutes. You've been battering Liverpool. Yep. And they ain't got a striker as it is.
I know. He's there in the right
sent off. What is he doing? It's so annoying. But you know what? Fair play. Their resilience. 2-0 down after a minute of the second half. And they come back and get something from it. They were absolutely fantastic, Newcastle, tonight. They should be proud of themselves. Mm-hmm. They were brilliant. All right, they've got done, sucker punch at the end. That's how cruel football is. But and it's a brilliant goal, the last goal.
Yes, it was.
And fair play to the young kid who's come on and scored. But I tell you what, Liverpool, they look shaky at the back.
They were terrible, mate. They were. How can Newcastle? Look, we know how good they can be. Newcastle. They bopped Liverpool off the park second half. Bopped them off the park. Yet, I'm going to go back to that red card. That is the reason they lost. And Gordon's going to have to sit and live with this because he's going to miss 3 games now, right? There's injuries that are coming in as well. This could be a costly game for Newcastle. They can leave with their heads held high. Glorious failure, I'm afraid. And Liverpool managed to find a way. And that's what you sometimes talk about, champions finding a way. Tonight, somehow, that second half, Liverpool most of the game, Newcastle the better side. Most of the game.
Yeah, 80-90% of it. Let's go to Andy. He's a Newcastle fan. Hi, Andy.
All right, Andy.
You're all right, Jason. You're all right.
All right, matey.
All right. Love the clown, the clown thing for you, Cundy.
Go on, matey.
Do you know what? I'm really disappointed with the result, but we played really well. Even being 10 men down, 1 man down.
Yep.
Hurtful. I get why he was sent off, but we were amazing tonight, and we were amazing.
No, but he's cost you. He's let everyone down. He should apologise, and he will apologise privately. He might even publicly as well. But it's just a stupid, ridiculous decision. And ultimately, it's cost you at least a point, possibly 3. If he's on the pitch for the whole game, you can make a very good case to say you might go on and even get more than just a point out that game. But you can't,
So transfer-wise, what would you say we need to do? This is come from me to you, because we don't know where we need to go.
We need a striker.
We
need a striker.
Yes, I know.
There's no beating around the bush here. Anthony Gordon's 3 games. He's not a striker. I thought he'd done really well for half hour before he got sent off.
O'Hara, we need someone else. So,
you need backup on the bench, mate. I'll be honest. I thought, but look, the lads come on, done well. I can't fault Newcastle tonight. I actually can't fault you. I thought he was fantastic.
I think we were meant tonight.
Yeah. I know, but you got beat, and that ultimately
we got beat, but we were 2-0 down with 10 men.
I know, but that's the reason. When you fought back 2-2 with 10 men, can you imagine those extra legs? I mean, the goal itself, the winning goal, it's a beautifully crafted goal by Liverpool. It really is a beautifully crafted goal.
That's a great goal for Liverpool. Well, why does he spare at the back post?
Because they got down 10 men.
You sit in, you get back to 2-2, job done, isn't it? You get something from the game.
Go on, sorry, bud.
We dominated them all day long. We did.
Yeah. Andy, listen, I'm gonna go to another Andy. He's a Liverpool fan. All right, Andy.
All right, Andy.
Hello, boys. Do you know what? When you went through to the other Andy, I genuinely started talking. And I was just about to say I'm not a Newcastle fan, but
you're not the only Andy.
Probably the bottle of wine talking, to be honest. But firstly, Newcastle absolutely blew us out of the water. We were atrocious. Yeah. But when you've bought half a new team, I don't know what you expect, to be honest, but we were just all over the place. Newcastle were brilliant. And like you said, Anthony Gordon's decision was just...
what's he doing?
Yeah, he killed the game for them, to be honest. But I will say this: if we play like we have done for the last 2 games, in fact, for the last 10 games, including last season, we play like that, we are nowhere near winning the title. Not a chance. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Ekitike, what a sign!
Yeah, he looks
good.
Yeah, he does.
He looks so sharp.
He's what you hope Darwin Núñez would be. That's how he looks to me.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love Núñez. I love his energy, his passion, and things like that. And this game was calling out for that sort of that energy, because I just think we just look like a team of technical players who, didn't know how to deal with the emotion. Players like Jordan Henderson, Jamie Carragher, Steven Gerrard, those sorts of players would have known how to deal with that.
You got overrun all over the park.
Yeah.
You're second best, to everything. I couldn't believe what I was watching. For 20, 30 minutes in the second half, it looked like you had 9 men.
Yeah, absolutely, Jamie, absolutely. Szoboszlai was our best player, and he was a midfielder playing right back.
Yeah, him and Van Dijk played well, I thought.
Really well. They dealt with some, Elanga played brilliantly, and I thought Harvey Barnes, created some decent chances, but our midfield just looked atrocious. I mean, I quite like Vert when he's on the ball, when we're in possession. He looks quite a talented player. But off the ball, I don't know where our sort of rugged player comes from, because we haven't got any players who know how to sort of battle like Newcastle's midfield did.
Yeah,
Bruno Guimaraes, he just knew how to just get everything moving with that. Yeah, mate, he was awesome.
He was a heroic performance. It was like he was playing his last game for Newcastle ever. The way he was running around the pitch was unbelievable stuff.
The one thing I just want to finish off with, boys, just like the thing that I think really stands out is Arne Slot's decisions for substitutions. We went 2-0 up. He made some changes, and every time he's taken Ekitike off, even in pre-season games, we've really gone downhill. And I don't know if that's the depth of our team or if that's the decisions of the adjustments he's making or what. But every time he makes these decisions around 70 minutes, we look really vulnerable.
So what you're saying, you need Isak? Is that what you're saying?
Whether it's Isak or whether it's a striker who...
Do you need Isak? Here's a question for
you. You don't have to sell this to me!
Do you need Isak? Like, seriously, because I feel like you're going to... Like, if you're going to sign him, it's going to cost you 130, maybe 100, whatever. Like, whatever it's going to be. I don't even think you're going to get him. But... Mate, 130 million, you can sign 2 top-class players.
Yeah.
In different positions. I don't know. Like, I know he's an amazing player, but do you actually... Ekitike looks brilliant.
For me, just about in there, right, for me, I thought the last 2 games show that Konate and Van Dijk, there is a weakness there. And Konate tonight was that weak link.
I think, do you know what? I think if I was playing FIFA, I'd absolutely go for Isak. But we're not playing FIFA. We're being realistic. And the fact is, do you know what? You're right. I think we need to go for, yes, we do need another striker. Do we need to go for Isak? You know, if we had all the money in the world, then of course we do. But you're absolutely right, mate. You're absolutely right. Like,
you need Gay.
Our defensive position looks atrocious. And mate, we've only got 3 centre halves. Well, we've got 3.5. We've got the new 18-year-old who's come in. But for an 18-year-old to be, the next
16-year-old scored the winner. I mean, that's unbelievable stuff.
Oh, he in pre-season, he looks an absolute beast. But again, we're talking about a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
There's so much pressure on a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, think back to what you were doing when you were 16. Like, he's not going to win us a title at the age of 16. But give him 3 years, 4 years, he is going to be an absolute superstar.
It's a brilliant goal as well.
It's a great goal by the way.
He's shown
the build-up to it, 5-6
It's a brilliant finish, a brilliant goal.
It's a great
finish.
It was.
Yeah, really
It's an absolutely fantastic goal.
Yeah, but I just think that to answer your question, Jamie, and I'll let you go, is do we need Isak? I would say yes, if we've got enough money to go and get Mark Gahey or another centre half of that top quality. If we've got,
you ain't.
If we've got, yeah, well, this is the thing.
You ain't got that money.
If we haven't got that money, then absolutely fine. Then I'd say go for another, 60, 70 million pound striker. This is stupid talking about this sort of money, but another 60, 70 million pound striker, and then go and spend the rest of the money, another 50, 60 million, whatever the rest is, and go and get another top quality centre back. Or you sign Konate with the deal that he wants, plus another centre half who will be the long term future.
Andy, you're a star, mate. I appreciate your call. Loads to get through. Newcastle fans want to hear from you. Gutted for you tonight, I have to say. Absolutely fantastic performance. Anthony Gordon knows cost you the game. Loads to get through. 03 717 22 3344. talkSPORT, talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Still to come. We're here from Arnie Slot and Eddie Howe after that crazy game tonight at St James's Park. But first, let's hear how that winning goal Liverpool sounded right here on talkSPORT.
Salah comes into the box. It's left. Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager, has come up with a moment right at the end of a dramatic game at St James's Park to win the match. The ball in from the right-hand side, a step over by Szoboszlai. Engamoa, the teenager, coming in at the far post. And he himself has written his name into folklore with a dramatic winner.
Yeah, Liverpool 16-year-old winger Rio Engamoa, a 90+10-minute winner for Liverpool tonight. Live on talkSPORT, an unbelievable game. Let's go to Ed. He's a Newcastle United fan, right, Ed?
All right, Ed.
Hello, gents. How are you?
All
right, mate. You've been at the game?
I am. I'm just walking back from the game through Jasmine now.
You're walking back?
Yeah, I am indeed, through Jasmine into Gosforth. It was a decent game. Liverpool played well in parts. Newcastle played well. Refereeing inconsistencies was the bugbear for me, but
what do you mean?
It's what it is. So the red card was a red. I saw the replay at half time. No issue with that one. Yeah. Absolute red. So the crying emoji can stop. I think it was more the in the first half the ref called Virgil over, and it was like a rugby thing where he said any more fouls and your lads are getting booked, and then he didn't book anyone for any more fouls. And obviously we had two players injured in the second half after fouls, which he gave. Not yellows. Maybe change game, maybe not, who knows. But it's just that inconsistency piece.
Anthony Gordon cost you the game, though.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Anthony Gordon, he cost you the game.
No, I agree, it was a red. I wasn't sure seeing it real time. Absolutely a red at half time, no arguments at all.
You can't blame the ref. I thought the ref done all right.
No.
You know, it was a feisty game. I thought you was getting loads of decisions in the first half.
Early on.
Fouls early on. Yeah. You were getting.
Yeah, to be fair, you're probably not a million miles off with that. Big Joe got a few in early. But he did call Virgil over. There was a lot of tactical fouls on the halfway. He did say to him, any more and I'll start booking people. And then he didn't. And then obviously we've got a player with a dislocated shoulder.
Honestly, do you know what, Ed, right? That was a very difficult game to referee, right? The atmosphere...
To be fair, it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be feisty. The game didn't disappoint. In the opening half an hour, both teams were at it, full, blood and thunder. Newcastle, I thought, got the lion's share. But I've got to tell you, from a neutral's point of view, I thought he officiated that superbly well. I don't think he got too many of the big decisions wrong. I don't recall looking back going, that's a second yellow, or that should have been a yellow. Honestly, I think he got all of it right, and I thought he was excellent.
I thought he was brilliant, though, right? I mean, you played fantastic.
Oh, we did, and look, I'm old enough. I remember through the 80s and 90s where we were certainly not at that level by any stretch. So, I was there with my eldest, and I was encouraging him to be a bit philosophical at the final whistle. So, great performance. Look, we'll be fine. We'll be 5th, 6th, 7th, something like that.
I don't know, you know. Listen, Gordon's out for 3 games, right? Isak don't want to play for you, which is a joke. You know, you could have done with him tonight. Tonali's picked up an injury. Shah went off injured.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're in trouble.
Well, actually,
you need some players. You need some strikers.
No, you're a pessimist. I think... Seriously, I think Thor, when he came on, looked absolutely great. So there were missed Shah's long diagonal passes for sure. I think Tonali gets scrapped up and plays against Leeds, and then doesn't play against Italy. Big Joe, a little bit harder. I think that's fair. But we'll be fine. I think, actually, if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be a little bit more worried about their defence with Arsenal playing well.
No, I hear you.
Doing okay. So,
Listen, what you've got is St James's Park.
It's a real pleasure to talk to you both because I've listened to your show for a very long time. I've never managed to get through in the past. And I'm trying to be balanced. I've loved the game. We've lost. Is what it is.
Yeah.
And
what a game.
Onwards and upwards, right?
Yeah. Ed, brilliant call, mate. Thank you.
My sources tell me Isak won't be going anywhere. So we shall see.
We'll see. It's made it even harder for him to go now with Anthony Gordon out for 3 games.
You don't have to tell this to me!
Ed, thank you. Cheers. Let's go to Callum. He's a Liverpool fan. Cal?
All right, Callum.
I'm Jamie.
Hello, matey.
Jason.
Hi,
Jason.
Hello, mate.
Oh, my God. Jason, I want to see your script. Has anyone seen Liverpool's version? Is it still... How many pages was it?
Well, no, do you know what? I only do, as you probably know, as anyone's seen, for a losing team. I don't do it when there's a draw.
Okay.
But you were coming in for some stick, though, Cal. Let me tell you.
But trust me, had you conceded, those pages have been digging out the bin.
Oh my God, Jamie! When Rio scored, did you have to pick up Jason from the floor? Just tell me. Was Jason on the floor? Was he?
No, I've got no dog in the fight, have I?
I mean, listen.
No, I've got no dog in the fight.
Unbelievable match. It's an unbelievable game of football. Couldn't believe it. I felt for Newcastle.
It was a brilliant game.
These were terrible.
We were not on that game, particularly because of Newcastle was super pumped and it had great impotence. Reason to be pumped because of the Isak situation. If there was no Isak situation, it would just be a normal game, Newcastle game, Liverpool game. But because of that issue of Isak, they were super pumped, super motivated to go with us in our faces, all these things, and plus we got new players as well. So hopefully, and Slot has to be more reactive with substitution because he was so slow, especially with the Rio substitution of about 82 minutes. Was it 88 or 82 minutes?
He came on a 96.
96? What's going on?
He came on a 96. He came on a Harvey Elliott right at the end. But listen, here's the truth, right? You got away with one tonight, Callum, and the two games I've seen Liverpool play, you can't keep going into the final knock-ins of a game, dropping 2 goals every game, because what I saw tonight, that Liverpool side I saw tonight ain't winning the title.
No, of course, you're right about that. That's the first thing. I agree with you, yes. And we need to buy defenders.
You say that, right, lads? I'm sorry. I'm going to put it out there, right? I know you can say that, Cal. But I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of Liverpool fans. They've won both games, Jace. Yeah. They won 4-2 and they've scored in the 99th.
You can't keep...
Isn't that what champions do?
Yeah, I made that point. But what champions don't do is throw away 2-goal leads back-to-back. They don't do that, mate.
Yeah.
Liverpool didn't do that when they won the title under Klopp. Not back-to-back. Throwing...
Even we didn't do that even with Slot as well. Remember the goals we conceded? It was less. So we had a clean sheet, saying, it was fewer goals we conceded even in Slot's first season. But this is very worrying for us as well. The goals that we're conceding. So we have to brush up our defence. We have to get. We have to Mark Gage should be our number one.
Yeah. I think you need a centre half. I do. I do think you need a centre half. Cal, listen, mate. Thanks for calling. I'm going to go to Brian. He's a Newcastle fan. Brian.
All right, Brian.
Hello, mate.
How are you, Brian?
Brian, you sound terrible, mate.
No, I've just got a bad feel. To be fair, boys, I'm buzzing, to be honest. I think we didn't deserve to lose. We played mint. They weren't very good, like you've been saying.
You were. I mean, I can't believe that second half. Liverpool had a numerical advantage, not just on the pitch, but 2-0 up, and you played like that. And another day, you come away with something, right? You come away with you were outstanding, outstanding tonight.
With a striker on the pitch or without going getting sent off and won that game all day long.
Gordon's the problem. Yeah, he's the one.
I've just watched it again. They're replaying it on Sky. I just can't believe what he's thinking, Gordon. Obviously, the occasions just got the better of him, and I get it. It's a high intensity atmosphere. There's feistiness in the game, but come on, you've got to be mature enough to not make that stupid. There was no need for it. There was no need for that type of tackle. It wasn't even like. It was one of them ones, like an innocuous one. He sprinted 30 yards.
He's never getting the ball.
He's never even getting the ball. And it's not even like he's doing anything to gain any advantage.
I'll say one thing though, if we play like that for the rest of the season, we'll do all right, definitely.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I've just watched their second goal, right, again. And, the one thing that he would have said, Eddie Howe, don't give him anything early on in the second half, right? And that, to go 2-0 down, I know you're down to 10 men. But, I mean, at that point there, to come back from that shows real heart and real spirit. Ultimately, it wasn't enough. But to give away a goal in
here's one for you. You're at the game, right?
Yeah.
When you get it back to 2-2, right, that's almost job done, right? You're 2-0 down, you get a point. You're down to 10 men. Do you think it was a bit naive, the way you played once you went to 2-2? You're still trying to win the game.
Yeah, well, we're still trying to win it, aren't we?
And you've ended up losing it. But, you got Rio at the back post in the last minute. Not marked, unmarked. 2 players in the box, 3. And I just look at it and go, is that a little bit naive from Newcastle there? Don't you go, right, lads, we've got a point here. Unbelievable performance. We'll walk away with a point and everyone walks away happy. But the fact that you're still trying to attack, you're still trying to go after it, and then you get done. I would be, if I was a fan, I'd be like, come on, lads, that's a bit naive and a bit amateur.
I see where you're coming from, but I think it's just all like one of the last callers said, down to the whole Isak situation, I just think we wanted to prove a point. We wanted to show Isak that he's making a bad mistake by wanting to go to Liverpool. I mean, even getting the loss, I think we've still done that, really. Because all we've shown is with him, we would have won that game in the first half.
Yeah, there were moments in that first half where I said to Cundy, Isak would have had a couple of goals here with his movement.
Well, there was a couple of headers that Gordon had before he got sent off.
We're just getting into the right spaces as well. But look, fair play to you. You played brilliant.
Yeah, no, you make a great point, Joe, about being naive. When the clock is ticking the way it is, the build up from Liverpool is brilliant. It's a brilliant team goal. But I know that's the but.
Against the wall, like just get back
in.
Like,
to allow someone at the far
Rio
post
standing in the back post unmarked in the last minute of the game. I know you're down to 10, but just sit in. You've got back.
I totally agree. I totally agree with you, mate. There was a naivety about it as well, and maybe that was that spirit. We can go and win the game because they looked like when it goes 2-2, it looked there was only one team going to win it, and it weren't Liverpool. That's the way it looked, and maybe they got caught up in the atmosphere a little bit, headism, just to go in and think, can we go on and win this game? And I understand it, and ultimately they fell asleep at the far post.
All right, I want to hear from you, Newcastle fans. Everyone get involved. Liverpool want to hear from you as well. 03717 223344. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18 plus. Be going with dog. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Still going to be joined by former Premier League referee Dermot Gallagher to go through the red card decision. But first, Liverpool beat Newcastle 3-2 tonight at St James's Park. Sam Matterface was watching for talkSPORT and has just spoken with Newcastle manager Eddie Howe.
Eddie, thank you for joining us after such an effort, a taxing game, a terrific comeback. Just try and put into words what you're feeling at this moment.
Yeah, pretty down. I think it's very difficult to disguise the emotions after that. I think obviously very proud of the players and the effort they've given in that game. Two very different halves of football, really. I thought we dominated the first half. I thought we were really good. The only thing missing was the goals in our performance. But we attacked well, we pressed well, we looked really good in most phases of the game. Second half with a man less, we had to show a little bit more discipline. But, going 2-0 down's a mountain to climb when you have a man less. But the players somehow found a way back in, and I thought we dominated the half.
There were so many significant moments in the game, but the biggest one felt Anthony Gordon sending off. How did you see it?
I've only seen it once very quickly as the game was playing. I felt, yes, he's gone in full-bloodedly and probably was going in too quickly. I think he's tried to stop his challenge and stop his momentum, but couldn't in time. So I think it looks bad, but I don't think there's any intent or malice in there. I feel really sorry for Anthony because it's the second time in quite quick succession he'll have got a red, but I think this one's unlucky on his perspective.
Also the goal straight after half-time, that was a major setback. The fact that you came back from that situation, I suppose, is credit to the players and the character and the resolve of them.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we pride ourselves on being never out a game and never giving in, no matter what situation we're in. But that was a tough one against a team the level of quality of Liverpool. But yeah, disappointing to concede so soon after the break. We had a game plan. We reshuffled at half-time, and we just felt if we could stay in the game long enough, the crowd would help us in the end. And we had a number of set plays in that second half. We had a lot of pressure, even at 2-2, with a dominant team looking to win. So I couldn't be prouder of the players, although it's a difficult evening and a tough defeat for us. In the two games we've played really well and ended up with 1 point.
Go on, sorry, mate.
That was Eddie Howe there speaking. Andy's just watching.
No, I'm just watching
the highlights. Can't
yeah,
believe the goal.
Elanga's just he's busy.
Off.
Yeah, he switches off, and the young kids there. It's a brilliant goal, by the way. It's a really technically that's not an easy finish. To walk onto that and get it where he wanted to go, brilliant finish.
Mm-hmm. Right, let's go to Michael. He's a Newcastle fan. Mike.
All right, Mikey.
Hello, boys. All right.
All right, Mikey.
All right, Mikey.
Right then, right. Listen. Waldorf and Statler, right? Get the violins and the crying bands out the way.
Nah, we wouldn't do that to you, Mikey.
Oh, yeah, man. Let's have it on, man. Right, listen. Right, here's the thing, right? I was just going to do two things before we get on about the football. Jamie. Can you hear us, Jamie?
Just get on with it, Mike.
Come on, Mike. We can hear you, bud.
Right, well, listen. You've had a reprieve. You went down the Etihad 2-0. Happy days for you. Right? Oh, yeah, look it. Listen. Jason.
Yeah, go on. I'm listening, Mikey. Come on, mate. The mic's yours.
Listen, lads. I'll come on here all the time, right? Now, mind the violins, right? That was proper match, that, like. When you see Gordon, lost for the game. If you watch him run around, right, the way he did, he did. It wasn't intentional, lads, right?
What do you mean it wasn't intentional? Eddie Howe's just come out and said it. It was fully intentional. What are you on about? He's run 30 yards and gone down the back of his leg.
Listen, the thing is, right, it's a red card, right, off you go, right? But, I mean, even the big lad, right, put his hand up, the kind of like conversing, he didn't have to hurt the lad.
Sorry, what big lad? Are you talking about Van Dijk?
Aye.
Right. So, but Van Dijk.
So look at it. He went off, right? It was a red card, right?
Yeah.
But I tell you what it is, right? The match that I watched, every man to their own just left a lot out there in the pitch.
I know.
And I just think, and the young lad that scored the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll never forget that as long as he lives. But to say, Jason, that they got lazy, they had any legs, man. They've been running like that all match.
I know, but that's the time you have to dig in, and we've just seen it. Elanga's the one that's got to tuck in.
Man,
Go on.
Jason, they had no left, man.
Well, whose fault's that?
Because because they put everything in the match.
I know, but whose fault is that they had no legs? Whose fault is that?
You want me to see Anthony Gordon?
Well, I want you to. I want. Well, that's
nonsense. You haven't got a clue.
But the reality is, the reality is, Mikey. The reality is that I know, but in a game of that high intensity, where you put so much in, it took a long time for that.
Question: What did you think of the game?
Well, it's a brilliant game of football. As a neutral, you know, we can't get enough of it. I mean, it's. If there was one side that looked like they were going to win it, it looked like Newcastle might. But Jay's made the point, and he's absolutely right. I think it got ahead of yourselves. I think the fans felt you can go and win it. I think Eddie Howe will look back on that and think, how have we dropped a point after all that we put in? How have we managed to lose that game? Because
they thought they could win it.
I know, but if you can't, there's a saying in football.
Actually go out and do it.
I know, but if you can't win the game, don't lose it. And it felt like maybe that was the situation you found yourselves in.
Take a point or take all three.
Well, you took none.
You know, look at we lost a point, right, with a 2-2.
Yeah, I know.
But we were actually pushing for all 3 points. Listen, I'll tell you what it is, bud, right? I'm the same age as you. I've got a little bit more age, Chase. Don't worry about it. But the thing is this, right? I'm proud of all of them. All of them lads that went out there. They need. Bruno, I couldn't pick a man in the match.
Well, Bruno was by far the man of the match.
And Bruno was the best player on the pitch.
He was awesome, man.
Yeah,
he was awesome. And do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, Jamie, right? I haven't watched football like that for a long time. And I tell you what it is, even though we've come off beaten.
Yeah. Liverpool mugged you off, though, didn't they, Mikey?
I'm proud of every one of them.
Yeah, but Mikey...
you can't be proud. Sorry, Jay. You can't be proud of Anthony Gordon.
I can't, Jason. I can't.
No, you can't be proud of Anthony Gordon. I'm sorry. It's got to stop there.
But I am, though. But I am, though.
Well, then you're stupid.
No. I don't. No. Yeah.
No, come on. Mikey.
The thing is, right, you probably cut us off, right?
No, Mikey.
Because you wouldn't have me say, right? You think I'm stupid.
No, I think you're stupid if you have an opinion. You can be proud of Anthony Gordon, because the truth is, Anthony Gordon let you down tonight.
No, listen, mate. He never let us down. He went in, and it was the momentum I took. Honestly, look at it. I'm not doing a red card. You
He scored so many goals.
Do you know what? I'd love to have a pint we used to.
Mikey, listen.
I love you anyway, right?
Cheers, Mikey.
See you later.
Cheers, Mikey. But look, I get that they're coming away from there thinking how much they put in up against one of the best sides in the world, and to find yourselves with 10 men outplaying Liverpool. That second half, they were immense, Newcastle.
They were.
But ultimately,
nothing.
They come away with nothing. And that there has got to hurt. It's got to sting. And why? Anthony Gordon is the one that let them down tonight. And no, I'm not going to kill that. What I'm saying is,
I think the naivety at the end.
I think you're right, Jay.
5 minutes of the game.
I think you're right.
You've got back in the game.
Yeah.
It feels like a win.
Yeah.
A point feels like a win from nothing. 10 men
Yeah.
played unbelievable. Take a point. Everyone goes in change room.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well done, lads. You go into the game. You've put everything in it. You've got 2 injuries, a man sent off, and you got nothing from it. Yeah. Just because you're still trying to win the game in a 100th minute. Unbelievable stuff. And we're going to hear from Liverpool manager Arne Slot after a dramatic win tonight. Keep your calls coming in now. 03 717 22 3344.
only managers in the Premier League, yeah? Well, actually, no. Around 3/4 of them are not managers. The terms manager and head coach are often used interchangeably to describe Premier League bosses, but they're actually two different jobs. So let's explain how and why. For years, fans referred to Mikel Arteta as Arsenal's manager, but I'm afraid technically...
I don't think so, no.
From his first day on the job, he was the Gunners' head coach. Let's pick a random moment in time, February 2025. Only 6 Premier League bosses actually held the official title of manager rather than head coach. Man City's Pep Guardiola, David Moyes of Everton, Ipswich boss Kieran McKenna, Southampton's Ivan Juric, Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace and Leicester's Ruud van Nistelrooy were the only actual managers of their respective teams. Everyone else? That's right, head coach, including Ruben Amorim at Man United. He took over from Erik ten Hag, a man who had held the title of manager. Might come as a surprise that Amorim's appointment marked the first time ever that Man United had a head coach instead of a manager. But to understand why they made that decision, you also have to get what the difference is between a head coach and a manager. A manager's got a huge range of responsibilities. They're not just in charge of training and player lineups, they're also heavily involved in player sales and transfers. Critical stuff. But a head coach's role is far more focused on team training and performance on the pitch. So whereas Ten Hag was highly involved with decisions around transfers during his tenure, the intention was that Amorim wouldn't be, at least not on the same level. And as the sporting structure at Man United changed under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, people like Sir Dave Brailsford took charge of transfers instead. How all those roles play out in practice may be slightly different at different clubs though. On the other hand, the contracts of actual managers like Pep or Moyes had no limits on their job role and their involvement with transfers and contracts. But those guys are actually in the minority now, and it's a change that's happened pretty quickly. In 2019, there were only 6 head coaches in the Premier League, but by 2025 there were 14. A clear indication that more and more clubs are moving towards a model where the guy in charge is actually only really in charge on the pitch. And the way things are going, it might not be long before all 20 clubs have got head coaches, and the job position of football manager in the top flight is no more.
Good evening, you are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. I'm your host, Jamie O'Hara, and I'm joined by Jason Cundy. Still to come, I'm going to be joined by former Premier League referee Dermot Gallagher to go through the big decisions of the weekend. Want to hear from Liverpool and Newcastle fans, though. 03 717 22 3344. First, Liverpool beat Newcastle 3-2 tonight at St James's Park. Sam Matterface was watching for talkSPORT and has just spoken with Liverpool manager Arne Slot.
When the ball came to him and the way he scored, such a firm finish. He could have even taken a first touch, maybe. If he would have missed it, I would have told him that. But this finish he has, and special for him, special for us, because it was maybe the first time you saw something today that looked like football. For the rest, it had nothing to do with football at all, what we saw today. With good football, sorry, it's part of the game, long ball, second ball, fouls, no fouls, intensity, but no tactics at all today, in my opinion. But that was a great attack from us.
What was it like being involved in a game like that, where it was full of ferocious tackles, the atmosphere was high, the blood was up of everybody, being in the dugout watching that game seesaw, how did it feel?
As very difficult, and not for the first time when we played them, that we felt it's very difficult to play them. We've played them in the League Cup final, we've played them last season here. This is a very good team, players that are very comfortable and good on the ball, but can also make it really difficult through the air. And for us to stay strong over here, it felt for me a little bit similar to Everton away last season, where emotions were all over the place. And that's why I liked so much the moment we conceded the 2-2. And at that moment, I think they were closer to scoring than us. They had 3 or 4 corner kicks, 3 or 4 free kicks, 5 throw-ins. I don't know how many, because Rio and Harvey were already waiting to come in, but they're so small that I thought this is not the right moment. So they had to wait for 5 minutes, but we kept on strong in those moments. Virgil, Ibu, Ali helped us a lot. And and then the both of them came in and were both involved in a goal like last week. Again, the ones that came in were important for us.
There's positives and negatives to this. There's 2 wins out of 2, but 2 wins that have required late and dramatic finishes.
Yeah.
What does that tell us about where you are?
That tells us a lot about the Premier League. And that's not for the first time. Last season, like I said, we had a 3-3 over here. We conceded in the last minute. And it has been very difficult every single game for us. Now, let's say from the 38 we've played, 35 have been really difficult. And that's not going to change this season. We've sold a few players, we've brought a few players in. We're still a very good team. The mentality is still there, but it's not like now all of a sudden we're going to win every single game with 3 or 4 goals difference.
Obviously, the game was played with the backdrop of the Alexander Isak saga bubbling in the background. The atmosphere was charged as a result of that. I think you said in your press conference prior to the game that you're only in the market now for bringing in players that could drive the team's level forward, take you to a different level. Does he fit into that category?
No, it's not going to be easy for us to find a player that's then better than what we have, because like we just said, Hugo does amazing till now. Rio came in today, scored a very good goal. So as a club, we're always trying to look around where is a player that can improve us, and if we find or we target one, we try to bring him in. But at this moment of time, we should talk about how well Hugo has done. That should be the headline tomorrow. And if we can bring a player in, that's what we have to see in the upcoming week, and who it is then the next question for you and for me.
You're going to tell us who it is?
No, I'm saying if we're even able to bring one in, and if we are able, then we will tell you the moment we brought him in. But that can only be a player that makes us better, that can help us, and that's not so easy because we already have a lot of very good players.
Yeah, there's Arnie Slot there speaking after the game. Brilliant game.
Out of jail, Liverpool tonight. They got out, and he knows it. They got out of jail.
Do you think?
Yeah, they got out of jail tonight. Me too.
A friend of mine has phoned us up. DP World Tour player. He's been in unbelievable form as well on the golf course, and he's not happy with Cundy. Andy Sullivan joins us. All right,
All right, Andy.
How are you, boys? You all right?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Out of jail tonight, Andy.
Massively. I'm not going to lie. We've been kissed massively on the whatever you want to call it, but
filthy pig.
I'll be honest, Cundy, you keep calling us out all the time. I want to have a little. I want to have a little bet with you. Spurs are going to finish higher than you this year.
Why are you saying Spurs? Why have you dug that out?
Obviously, like I've got my little boys back here. You know,
Right. I don't say
Haaaaas,
they're
my
Spurs
boys.
fans, Andy.
Mate, they're going to do this year. Mate, Cole Palmer's gone missing, mate.
Did you see the club? You know we're club world champions, right?
Boring.
See the final?
Mate, great, well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. It's all about this year, mate. You've gone missing.
When he was injured.
Mate, your best player's gone missing.
He was injured.
Mate, have a word. Anyway, about the game tonight,
Go on.
I'll be honest.
Go on.
I'll be dead honest. I don't think Gahey coming in, I'll be honest, I think that takes time. I'll be honest. Kanate is all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place. And we can all see that. I don't think Gahey comes in. One, he plays left side defence, same as Van Dijk. I don't think that solves the problem. I really don't.
Gahey can play both sides though. He plays on the left, but he's got 2 brilliant feet.
We're adapting to players that are coming in though as well.
Yeah, but I think Van Dijk plays on the left because he's better suited than Kanate playing there. Do you know what I mean? If Van Dijk and Mark Gahey play at centre half, I think you got a better pairing. Gahey's better player than a Kanate.
No, by a million miles. I don't. By the way, always talk about Kanate going to Real Madrid. I don't see it. I'll be deadly honest.
Look, he looks a bit shaky, mate. He looks shaky at the back.
Mate, I'll be deadly honest. I think that's our I don't think Liverpool struggle to score goals. I just think we're shaky at the back. And I think the full-backs coming in and pressing forward are putting more pressure on the two centre-backs, to be honest with you. But
what do you make of Florian Wirtz, hand? Because it's a bit of a welcome to the Premier League the first couple of games. Do you know what I mean? High intensity.
You talk about going missing. I mean, why didn't he play tonight, Wirtz?
Let's be honest. Szoboszlai was one of our best players last year, and it took him probably, 12 months, 18 months to get used to it. I think he'll come good eventually. I just think it's a matter of time to get to the.
But Ekitike's got going straight away.
Huh?
Ekitike's got going straight away. Yeah, it took time, has he? He's bang, he's in, he's going. You paid £120 million for this Florian Wirtz.
Mate, look, it takes time for these things to come to fruition. I think you watch the guy get on the ball, his first touch, the way he distributes the ball. This guy's going to come good. You just give him a little bit of time to get the physicality.
The problem he had today, right? He's up against the engine room where you got Joel Linton and Tonali and Guimaraes, right? That's a rude awakening, right? Physically, that's a tough midfield to play against.
For me, name me a better midfield three than Newcastle, really.
That's right up there. I'll give you that. Well,
I'll be deadly honest. It's a difficult three to play against, and you are up against it. And look, he's not shown his best right now, but I think give him time, he will. And what I've seen of him, I think he'll be great.
Do you think you'll win the league, and?
Do you know what? Everyone's going to rave about Arsenal and how they're going on. The next weekend's going to be a big game, and we will judge it from then. It's very, very early doors, and next Sunday is going to be a big measure of where we're all at.
Yeah, that's a big.
To be honest, I'll be deadly honest. I hope Connor Bradley's back next week, because I think that gives us a lot of relief. Obviously, we're Frimpong out. I think it's a big measure. I mean, Saka and Odegaard going down is obviously a massive bonus to us. But I think next Sunday is going to be...
Yeah, going to be a tester, see where everyone's at.
Well, it's going to be huge. But Cundy.
Go on, matey.
Can I just say this year?
Go on, son.
Can I just say this year?
Go on.
Spurs are going to finish above you this year.
Andy, I've got to ask you a question, because I know you're a massive golfer. You've been playing well, actually, recently, done well. But just on Tommy Fleetwood... Finally got one done on the PGA, and it's the biggie one. He's won 10 million quid. It's some outrageous stuff from him.
Mate, he is the nicest kid in the world, and you couldn't wish for anything more from him. To be fair, you couldn't wish for anything better for him. He is literally the best kid you'll ever meet, and to see your mate doing well is great. He deserves it. He's a class act, and yeah, it's quality to see him just succeeding, and it's cool.
Andy, you're a star, mate.
Cheers,
Top
Andy.
man, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Phone up again when Spurs finish plus, all right?
Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Have a
mate.
good one.
All right, as Andy Sullivan there, DP World Tour player. Keep the calls coming in. You want to have your say on tonight's performance. 03 717 22 3344. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie, and Jason Cundy. Apparently, this song was number 1 when Rio was born, which is outrageous. That long ago. We're joined by former Premier League referee Dermot Gallagher.
I've got socks older than him.
Yeah. That's unbelievable. But first, let's get back to your calls on a mad game. It was live on talkSPORT. 03717 2233 44. Let's go to Frankie. He's a Newcastle fan. All right, Frank.
All right, Frankie.
Hello, mate.
All right, bud. All right,
How are
bud.
you, matey? How you feeling?
Hey,
Commiserations.
No, I'm all right, mate. Just regards to Cundy shouting, has anyone seen Newcastle? I think the full world's seen Newcastle tonight. I just want to ask Cundy what's the...
Go on, you cut out, Frankie. You cut out, matey.
Can you hear us?
You go on. You keep cutting out, but go ahead. Go on.
I'm saying to Cundy, what's the main thing in football?
Winning.
Winning, right? No, it's not, mate. It's the fans. And everyone's seeing Newcastle fans.
What do you mean?
It's the fans.
No, it ain't. It's about winning, pal.
No, you shouldn't have wish you had fans like us. You wish you had players that played for the badge like they did tonight. Honest to God.
No, but you got beat though. Ultimately,
God,
I know, but
Eddie Howe, what a job Eddie Howe's done there. To get,
I know, but he's
you've never ever seen nothing like it. Honest to God.
No,
Eddie
listen,
Howe,
you were brilliant tonight, and we've said that. I don't know how much of the show you've heard.
Yeah. But you enjoy the wind up and stuff like that. But all I've got to say is every player played for the badge tonight, and that's what you want from a team.
Except for Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon let you down.
He does that every time against Liverpool. There's something there. Silly mistake. But I think 90% of the teams in the Premier League wish they had players that played like that.
No, look, you got some brilliant players. Bruno Guimaraes tonight. I mean,
sorry, where did you finish last season? Remind me.
It's not just.
Remind me where you finished last season.
It's not just good not just how good the players are. It's how good they play for the badge.
Yeah, I know.
Every time steps on the pitch, it's 100% for me. And I think you don't get that for the rest for the rest.
Honestly, you Newcastle fans, I'm sorry, mate. What are you on about? What on earth are you on about? What are you talking about?
On about?
Oh, sorry, listen, right? They played well tonight, and listen, don't be phoning us up, right? Giving us all about this, Newcastle that. Your fans are better than this. Let me tell you now, Arsenal players gave it the badge last season, right? They got the semi-final of the Champions League. Liverpool players done it for the badge, all right? Man City had a tough season. What about Chelsea? Look, on the Club World Cup, right? We finished above your mob, right? So don't be giving all this guff about you're the best fans, you're the best. Honestly, you live in a bubble. You live in a bubble.
No, funny.
You do, Frankie.
You don't have to sell this to me.
Are you gonna listen to what I've rung? I'm paying money now. Are you listening to what?
Come on, I'm just answering you back.
No, but listen, I've rung up to speak. I just didn't like the way Eddie Howe in the full persona is. Every player gives 100%. You can't say that for every single other team. Like, definitely not. Every other player and every other team doesn't do the same for what they do for Eddie Howe. Definitely not. You might see us about winning and stuff like that, right? But for me,
it's okay, Frankie.
Eddie Howe's the top goal. Like, put him in any other top 6 team, he wins the league. Easy.
I don't know if I agree with what you're saying, mate. I get it. Look, you've got a great mentality.
You should be proud of your team tonight. I don't know why
proud of your team. Great mentality.
Don't come on here. Honestly, every set of fans, right? Leeds United fans, right? They're listening to this. Everton fans will be listening to this, right? About how good your fans are. You played well tonight, and I've got to say it was outstanding performance. You come up short, right?
I'm not saying it's about the fans. I'm saying it's about the players.
What about the players then? What about Anthony Gordon? He let you down. Honestly,
I not just seen the performance that they put in there.
I know, but
Gordon let us down there because he was.
But then you should be phoning up, right? Saying you're proud of the players that stayed on the pitch because they gave every chance to get something out of it. But ultimately, he let you down tonight. And now you've got to see it for what it is. He let you down.
Everyone's got a mistake, and Gordon let us down because he was trying too hard.
Well, he didn't do it for the badge, did he?
Why? Because he made a mistake.
You can't go thundering in on. Come on, it was a terrible tackle, terrible decision.
right, it was a red card, but I'm saying he gave 110% like every other player tonight.
Well, he didn't give 110%, did he? He played well until he got a red card.
No, he definitely did. Every single player does, every time, and that's the way Eddie Howe manages.
Yeah. Well, look, that part, I'll have to say, look, you were excellent tonight, and another day...
The fans were unbelievable. We're different class.
Here we go.
What?
No, you just Newcastle fans sometimes.
There are other fans who are good as well, mate. I mean, you're good fans, don't get me wrong.
No, best fans in the world, Newcastle. Best fans in the world, biggest club in the world. Come on. Help me out.
No.
Help me out, Frankie.
Just a Premier League, mate.
All right, Frank, listen, mate, thanks for your call. Let's go to Charlie, he's a Newcastle fan. Charles?
All right, Chaz.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
All right, Charles. Is it a game?
Yeah, it was a game. I couldn't be prouder of the team. Yes, Gordon let us down, but no one's talking about how Isak's let us down, because we could have been 3-4-0 up in the first half if we had a decent striker.
Yeah.
Isak don't want to play for the badge, does he?
So many goals. No, he doesn't. And, if he does end up a Newcastle player come September, then he has a lot of lobbying to do. But that performance, I don't agree with, holding off when you get to 2-2. To me, there was only one team that was going to win that, and it was Newcastle. So you can't really blame...
You're thinking with your heart. You're thinking with your heart, and I get that.
Yeah.
But think with your head.
But when you're in it, you can't think any other, can you, really?
No, but you're still streaming forward, you're still putting, and I'm just like, you've got yourselves back in the game. It's unbelievable performance, an unbelievable point. Feels like a win. You walk away and you go, fair play to Newcastle. Wow. That is a statement to the rest of the Premier League. You come here, even when we're down to 10 men, we can still get back in it. But you threw it away. He's free at the back post. He's got acres. And I get it. I'm like, come on. That can't happen. It can't happen in the last minute of the game when you've done so much and worked so hard to get in it. You come away with nothing.
No, I get that. But on the flip side, I think Liverpool as champions should be embarrassed with that. They struggled against a team that didn't have a striker and had 10 men.
Won the game, mate. They won the game. They've rocked up and won.
They did. But I don't think after the first two games, if they play like that for the rest of the season, they won't win the league.
Well,
they'll get better. They'll get better.
I think they will win the league, but I'm just saying if they play like that, they won't.
No, but you had the opportunity tonight to get something from it. Anthony Gordon let you down. You were brilliant tonight. You come away with nothing.
To come away empty-handed...
You could have took 2 points off them if you defended properly in the last minute.
You can't get away from that.
I agree. No, I agree. He let us down. It was reckless. There was no need to do that challenge. And, I don't agree with the other callers saying, that he didn't let us down. He clearly did. But I'm so proud of the whole team. And Bruno... It was just phenomenal. I didn't see anyone else even close to how he was tonight.
No, he's unbelievable. What a player. He's one of the best players. He's probably one of the best players I've ever seen at Newcastle. He's outrageously good.
Yeah.
He's absolutely fantastic.
She's a cruel mistress, football. You sometimes don't always get what you put into the game. But Jamie's absolutely right to get yourselves back on level and terms in the dying embers of a game and to try, sit back. This is what we've got, to allow a player at the far post with that much time and space. It really is quite shocking if you think about it.
Yeah, and we'll sit there and talk about how great the game was, and it was a brilliant game for the neutral, brilliant. But if I'm a Newcastle player and I'm going, lads, how on earth have we come away with nothing there? How have we allowed
Eddie Howe will be
99th minute?
Publicly, he is going to stand up for his players. That's the right thing to do. Privately, he will be saying that. How have we allowed that at the far post with seconds to go? Down to 10 men or not?
Yeah.
There should be someone stuck in there. Should be someone back in there.
Just sit in. Take a point. You've done unbelievable. All right, we're going to keep your calls coming in. 03717 22 3344. We're going to be joined now, though, by former Premier League referee Dermot Gallagher. Coming up. Your calls coming in on Sports Bar 03 717 22 3344. Unbelievable game tonight. Liverpool nick it 3-2 in the dying moments. What a goal by the 16-year-old. Got to talk about him as well. The composure to put that in the back of the net in that time, in that moment. Fair play to the kid. But first, time for this.
Dermot O'Query.
Evening, Dom.
Evening, Dom.
Evening, Jace. Evening, Jamie.
How are you, matey?
Oh, I'm so much better that football's back and we've got games like tonight.
Yeah.
What a match.
Yeah, unbelievable, mate. But you refs are still useless.
Oh, I tell you, you couldn't say that about the guy tonight, could you?
No, he was excellent. Yeah,
he was
Hooper was
excellent.
brilliant. Yes, I agree.
And he made the game what it was, didn't he? By just refereeing it like he did.
No, to be fair, we'll talk about the decision. The Anthony Gordon one, mate. It's a red card. What is he doing?
Jamie, it's just, if you watch, the thing I talk about, both of you know often is all the clues are there. I mean, if you look at the distance he travels, the speed he goes in, he never once looks at the ball. That's the other thing. And a massive clue for me is, even before you see the damage to the calf, you see Van Dijk's sock go from just below his knee down to his shoe. I mean, that's a massive clue.
Let me ask you this then: for as good as Simon Hooper was, and he was excellent tonight, he missed this, and he had a great view of it as well. His positional sense was outstanding, but he's given a yellow. How will he feel about that in himself that he missed that red?
I suppose he's got mixed feelings, Jace. He will be very, very annoyed that he didn't see. I talk about the clues. I think the biggest clue was the distance that Gordon travelled, and that alone would send warning bells to a referee. You see a player come at that. He's gathering that speed. Yeah. Often, when you're travelling at that speed, that distance, it isn't easy to make a good tackle. Because you are really, So there's your first warning clue.
Yeah.
And the second one, to say, is the sock. The sock is a massive clue. And, you don't have to see the damage. We saw the damage to the calf afterwards, but you can quite clearly see the sock goes from the back of the knee to the ankle.
I guess that's why VAR is in the game and why we need it, because that decision there is the right one. And
100%.
It's like Anthony Gordon. He's so stupid. Like if you're going and running at that speed and you want to try and get the crowd up and get them going and keep the intensity, and you want to try and block, because Van Dijk's only putting it in the channel. All he's doing is clearing it. He's not doing anything special with it. You want to try and block that, fine. But the fact that he catches him on his standing leg.
It was a little bit too pumped, wasn't he? He actually played really well, Gordon.
No, he was brilliant.
He was really
fantastic
good
until then, but so stupid, so stupid.
And the other thing, Jamie, as you know, you don't have to do it in that area of the field, do you? There's no danger to you.
He's just playing it downfield with his weaker left foot.
Other decisions from the weekend. I've got to talk to you about in the Man City game, Tottenham game, the goalkeeper Trafford on Kudus. Look, what's your take before I give you mine?
Right. Well, see, I've spoke to you about this before. I have a very, very interesting concept on keeps. I believe that when a goalkeeper leaves his penalty area, the only difference between him and an outfield player is the colour of his shirt. I believe once he leaves his penalty area, he chooses to be a defender. So you imagine that he's a fullback rather than a goalkeeper then. He comes out, the ball hits his arm. I think if the ball hits the defender's arm, it's in a natural position. I can go with that. The fact he lifts his leg up with his knee so high and catches Kudus, I think is a foul. So I can understand him not getting a red card for the handball. I fully get that. But I think if you think that's a foul, the referee didn't pay us. I think the minute the referee gives a foul, he's going to send the goalkeeper off for that.
It's a red card, right? It's a red card.
Yeah, for the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, his knee, he's up, and keepers do this a lot, right? They come out, they get themselves in no man's land, and he done it a few times, Trafford, at the weekend. They come out and they go, right, I'm in a pickle here. I'm not meant to use my hands. They don't know how to tackle, so they jump with their knee up. And it goes right through Kudus. He could have broke his rib.
Well, I think, as I say earlier, Jamie, the clue for me is the fact that once he's left that penalty area, he has chose not to be a goalkeeper. And if that was a defender did that, you would 100% punish.
Why VAR didn't...
Yeah, it's interesting, actually.
Why VAR not get involved in that, though? I'm sure they checked it, but...
I wonder if they concentrated more on the handball And I can understand why they haven't give handball, because it strikes his arm, there's no doubt about that. But his arms are by his side. And as I say, if he was a fullback, you know, you would say, well, his arms are tucked in an expected position.
I wouldn't say it's in a natural position. I mean,
he crunched.
But it's for me, the easy one is a tackle.
One of the worst decisions, I saw at the weekend was the disallowed goal at Brentford. Damsgaard scored a brilliant goal. Martinez has come out and he has run into Collins as much as the other way round. It's a coming together. He makes a right pig's ear of it and he gets a free kick. I don't know what... I don't want to see goals disallowed for that, because Martinez, he has the ability to punch that ball. He has the ability to catch it, and he makes a right pig's ear of it. And he got away with one, Martinez. Luckily for Brentford, it didn't affect the result.
He did. I look at that. It's interesting because you look at that, and don't forget that was an on-field decision. So the on-field decision is checked by the VAR. When you see it sideways on, you see that Collins catches him in the ribs.
They catch one another. No. They catch one another.
They do. They do.
They both jump into one another. There is no more of a foul on Collins than there is on Martinez.
But I think once the referee gives a foul on field, and
it's a terrible decision.
Well, that's the start point, isn't it? I think.
Did he blow? Did he blow before he hit the ball at the back of the net?
Yeah, the on-field decision was disallowed goal. And I think
did he? Dermot. Did he give the foul before the ball hit the back of the net?
Yes. Yeah.
Why does he not wait? Why does he not wait?
Well, I think he just thought it was a foul, so he gives it. And as we know now, that once the referee makes a decision, this is what I'm pains to explain to people. The VAR is not there to be judge and jury. It's there to be, is it a clear and obvious error? No, when you see that Collins does actually catch him.
But he doesn't catch him, though, Derm. Collins is in his right mind to stand where he's standing.
He jumps straight.
Martinez comes a long way, and he makes a mess of it, and he gets away with it. He doesn't catch it. He just it's poor goalkeeping. Why have they got so much protection?
Well, I think that ship has sailed, Jamie, hasn't it? We've seen over the last.
No, I don't think that's sorry, Dan. I don't think that's one of these examples. I don't think that's protecting the goalkeeper. I think that the referee has seen Martinez go down, and if he's blown his whistle at that particular point, that is terrible officiating, in my opinion. He should allow things to develop, because within seconds the ball's in the back of the net.
It is. But I think referees like that, we all do it. I did it in my day. We see something like that, and if we think it's a foul, we instinctively blow. I mean, there was the incident this morning. I'll give you an example with. Is it Van der Ven tackled Oscar Bob and caught him on the top of the boot? Yeah. And Jay Bothroyd was at pains to say, I tell you what, penalty's not been given. He says it's because the referee's played advantage because the ball's gone to Haaland.
Yeah.
And I said to him, believe me, Jay, I said, I'm not sticking up for the ref or whatever. But if you've seen a penalty offence, I can assure both of you that unless one of you is about to tap that over the line, I would never do anything other than blow my whistle.
Fine. But VAR is there because it is a penalty. VAR is there to go back.
But I'm going back to the Martinez one. Right. What I'm saying is when you see something like that in the penalty area, once you see that and you convince yourself...
I don't know what he's seen. That's the point.
Well, what I'm saying is once he's seen that himself...
All right, he's made his own mind up.
He's going to instinctively
blow.
He's
made his mind up. All right, okay. All right. Okay.
In the Man United game, the challenge by Bassey on Mount, what's your take on it? I know Howard Webber's made it clear to be a focus on holding inside the area.
I think it's interesting because we still see lots of pulling, pushing, and you both played. You know that often, you as a forward, Jamie, you'd be looking to just ease the defender away to give yourself a bit of space. The defender's feeling for you because he wants to know where you are, how close he is to get to you. So there's lots of that. I think what it was they've decided that an unnatural football action, one where a player clearly has no intention of playing the ball, will be penalised. And if you see Bassey, he actually wraps both his arms around.
Stupid.
Was it Mason Mount?
It was Mason.
And he just throws him to the ground. Now, when you see it at real speed, you go, well, that doesn't look right.
It's not.
So once you look at a replay as a VAR, you are always going to say, come on, let's go and have a look at this screen. It's always going to be a penalty.
I've got to ask you about the Bruno Fernandes situation. We're getting a lot of traction on social media where he's going through his setup to take it. It's Chris Kavanagh, right, who's the ref. He walks behind him, clips his ankles, and Bruno gets the ump and the ref just walks off. There was no apology or anything, and it put Bruno off. And there's been talk about it because obviously Bruno's missed the penalty, right?
Jay, come on, mate. Do you know what? He allowed it to put him off.
Yeah.
Bruno allowed, and it's a little bump. If you look at Kavanagh, he makes a big arch around the back of
Does he though? Why is he
Bruno.
running around the back of him though?
He runs a big arch around the back. All right. Bruno's walked back into him as much as anything else. All right.
Yeah, but he's going through his routine.
Well, why don't you wait till the referee's left the area?
But Jamie, you know when you're playing golf and you're on a tee and you're just about to play a shot, and some idiot decides to say something.
Yeah, normally Cundy.
Yeah, but you'll stop, won't you? And what you do then, when you stop, you don't just hit the ball.
You go back through your routine.
You do. That's exactly what you do.
Yeah.
And that's what I think he should do. He should go back through his routine. That's
He did,
exactly
didn't
what
he?
we
He
do.
picked the ball up. He picked the ball up.
But he
and
made
went
a bit of a fuss. I agree with you, by the way. I was just playing devil's advocate. I think it's everyone's having a moan at him, but
I thought he was.
It's only a problem because he skied it.
Yeah, he allowed that. He allowed that, and I don't know why he would allow that. Come on, get in the zone. It's a little bump. It's a contact sport.
All right, Derm.
Anything else? The Man United goal, Derm, that was allowed. It's probably a free kick, but the on-field decision, they've gone with that, right? VAR would have looked at it. It's probably the right call, maybe.
You look at it, it's one of them that whatever happened, it's going to be referee's call, isn't it? You know, if he decides to give a foul, you're going to go with the foul. If he decides there isn't enough, you're going to go with it. The VAR is never going to go against the referee because there's too much emphasis on the weight of the referee's decision and the fact that we don't want people re-refereeing football matches for what's contentious.
You're a star, mate. Thank you.
Nice to speak to you both.
Cheers,
Have a great
bud.
week.
As former Premier League referee, Dermot Gallagher.
Dermot O'Query.
Right, we're going to take some more calls on that crazy game tonight. It was live on talkSPORT. We've got some Liverpool fans saying Newcastle played it like a Sunday league game. 03717 223344. We're going to do a midnight triv. We've got back pages coming up, but keep your calls coming in. 03 717 22 3344. Let's go to Cal. He's a Liverpool fan. All right, Cal?
All right, Cal.
Hi, how are you doing?
All right, Cal. How are you? Must be buzzing.
Good. Yeah, good. Excellent.
Poor
Good
performance,
result.
but you got 3 points.
Yeah, the result's all that matters in the end. Like I said, we won't win the league if we keep playing like that.
No, but you'll get better.
Yeah, it's got to come. It was just ringing because the way Newcastle played, like I say, it was just like a Sunday league game. They were just kicking everyone. And I think that affected the performance because these players, modern players, they don't want to get injured. They don't want to spend half the season with an ACL.
No, but it's a physical game, right? And I don't think the game was filthy. I think the game was refereed brilliantly. I felt it was a spectacle, it was a neutral. That's the sort of football I want to watch.
Anthony Gordon's tackle.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I'm not excusing that.
He's just going to injure Van Dijk. Coming someone behind, duds down the calf. There's no excuse in that.
No, it's an utterly ridiculous
Mo
decision.
Salah had a kick minutes before that, and to be fair, the way Newcastle played, they were trying to. They looked like they were trying to injure people. There's talk online
I don't think that's
the days
the case.
before.
That's the way they
about
play.
Carolina.
They play with an intensity, don't they?
I don't
They
think
do.
They like to mix it up. I mean, do
There was
you
a
know
lot
what I mean?
of
They're playing against the
build-up saying,
champions. Like, what do you expect? You got to face that type of
To be honest,
atmosphere.
that style of football they imposed on you actually benefited them. You know, you didn't. I mean, Wirtz is going to have to realise he can't have 5 or 6 touches and without getting tackled in the Premier League. You watch Joel Linton smash him around. That's part of the game in the English game, right? And we want to see that continue.
Ended up with the injuries in the end, but it was just there was a lot of build up about it, and they were saying, you know, it's going to be a bloodbath and all this, and it sort of took the fun out of it a little bit because you just sort of sat at the edge of your seat hoping that, you know, you don't see someone come off with a bad injury.
I don't think it was that. It's a physical game. Newcastle, they're not afraid to put it about. That's fine. I don't think you can have any complaints about the way that they went about.
That's how I'd want my... Watching that team tonight is how I want my team to play.
I've seen Van
Apart from the
Dijk.
Anthony Gordon situation, like, which was a poor tackle and he's made a mistake. The way that Newcastle imposed themselves on the game, I'd love my team to play like that every day. I mean, Tottenham played like that against Man City, to be fair.
You've got to be aggressive. You know, you're up against the champions, as you said there, Jay, and I thought they asserted themselves brilliantly, Newcastle. I don't think there was nothing there that made me feel any player was going to get injured, other than that tackle from...
It's all paper nonsense. You haven't got a clue.
Here's a stat for you. The ball tonight was in play for just 40.8% of the game, the lowest percentage in a Premier League match since February 2010.
It didn't feel like it, did it?
No, but I guess, you know, Arnie Slot mentioned it about, you know, the way that the long ball and free kicks, throw-ins and corners.
Yeah, there was a lot. It was quite stop-start at the beginning.
It was stop-start.
You know, Liverpool Hooper seemed to favour Newcastle, it felt, in the early part of that game.
Yeah.
They were getting all the 50-50s. It felt like Newcastle were getting the rub of the green. But like I said, I thought, you know, we give the referees a little bit of clog on here, right? Some fairly, some unfairly. I think it's only right when a referee puts in a display like that, other than the fact that he did miss that challenge from Gordon, which he should clock and give a red card straight away.
It's hard.
He should see it.
So much pace.
But other than that, I thought it was a brilliant game.
Yeah, let's go to Bob. He's a Liverpool fan. Bob?
All right, Bob.
Boys, how are you? You all right?
All right, Bobby. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm top of the world after that result. I think it was great. Do you know what? I'm so happy that there was a game like that. And there's more than one way to win a game of football. Newcastle tried it. But I tell you what, Dominic Szoboszlai tonight, in my opinion, fantastic.
He was
filled in at right back. We had, you know, both of our first choice right backs because we got 2 in Bradley and obviously Frimpong that we've just purchased. I thought Kirkez, and I want to make a few points here. I think Kirkez is a little bit rabbit in the headlights. And me personally, he's our youngest player at the football club. I'd take him out on Sunday and stick Robbo in. Hopefully, Bradley's fit or Frimpong's fit. I don't know the situation there. But Dominic Szoboszlai, I want to talk about this man. He has had to play that sort of Jordan Henderson role for a while now. He's had to fill in. He's had to be dogged. He's had to get stuck in. He's had to play in positions that he doesn't want to play in because he would have liked to play in the position that Wirtz is playing in now. McAllister wasn't available tonight. That was Ryan Gravenberg's first game back since he got sent off at the last game of the season. and he's just had a baby as well. So well done to him for, coming back into a game like that, because the fitness won't be up to speed. And of course, that little step over on the penalty box, just to give a wee dummy for Rio to smash that, to cut across the ball like that, 16 years of age, in the last minute, in a tinderbox in that stadium, by the way, because the fans, I've got to say, the fans of Newcastle were fantastic, and it made for the game. There's more than one way to play a game of football, but credit to Liverpool. Let's not forget, you talk about Liverpool won't win the league, Liverpool won't do this. Let's have it right. We won 9 games from losing positions last year. Including, I've got me. Hey, listen, with me,
come with
I know what I'm on about. I've waited an hour and a half to get through to you two. I'm committed, mate. I am talkSPORT's #1 holder. I can hold, mate. I'm like Liverpool. I can go deep. I can go an hour and a half to wait to speak to you two. Right? I can go deep. I'm like the Reds, mate. I can go deep into 101 minutes. 103 minutes of football, by the way. And Dan Burn is a handful. And I want to give Kanate a break here. Kanate had Gravenberg covering. So when we had Trent, when Trent would bomb on, Gravenberg would almost fill in at right back and cover in with Kanate. Curtis Jones did well tonight against them lads, and we all know it at Newcastle. Them lads in that midfield are big. They are
big old units, and they in there.
Oh, big old boys.
Yeah.
They are.
Joe Linton,
they are
he's a
big
monster,
boys.
isn't he?
And they play to the strength. So what I want to say is fair play to Newcastle, but from a Liverpool point of view, we don't give in. That's why we won the league. That's how our championships are won.
But I've got to say, right, listen, I've got to say, listen, but Blob, let me just stop you there, right? Let me just stop you there, right? Because, but all of what you said, right, is fair. But also what is fair is that you got bopped around by 10 men.
We did.
Right, and, if they had 11 v 11 there, I think that the result would have been different. And that because I saw you against Bournemouth in the first game of the season, you're 2-0 up, and you let 2 goals. Same things happen here, this time against 10 men. And I think there is a little bit of something. If you're not a little bit concerned, then you should be, in my opinion.
No, I am a little bit, but I also know that there's a few new players there, and he will mould. I think it's a good thing that we kept hold of Andy Robinson. There's a lot of turnover. Obviously, what happened with Diego is very sad, very tragic. Yeah. So, them lads are playing with a lot of emotion in the feet there, and in the minds, the bodies. So they're having to get to grips with that. That's not just a teammate, that's a friend.
Yeah, I get that.
They've got that to deal with. The club's had a lot of emotion to deal with, and I'm getting emotional now thinking about it. But,
no, that's fair.
Mate, honestly, we just
well done. You found a way. So you finding football, didn't you? Find a way to win, and they found a way to win.
Yeah, that's 6 points from the first 2, and they haven't even played really well yet. So
they'll come good. There's no doubt in my mind, but they've not looked at their shiny, sparkliest best yet.
No. Bob, thanks for your call. Thanks for holding. Keep your calls coming in. We will try and squeeze a few more on, but we're going to do back pages. And we've got Midnight Triv. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18+. BeGambler.org.